spirits of the earth guide you. You know your path, child. Now follow it. I don't know what I can do. Still, I know I've got to try.
Now we make them pay.
Eagle, help my feet to fly.
Without a worry.
Mountain, help my heart be great.
Now we need them blood and bone and trust.
Spirits of the earth and sky. Please don't let it be too late.
Welcome to Emerald Mystery Radio, where we empower the nation on a positive and spiritual basis. I'm your host, Wisdom, and we have Sky over in the booth. Hey, Sky, how you doing?
Good.
Good. So today is this being our 30th segment, December the 9th, 2012, and the time is 2:47 p.m. We will be starting and opening up our chat line and our phone lines at 330-788-5303 at 3 p.m. So feel free to call in. This is a live segment, and we have a few things new on the air today. Sky is going to tell us all about that. Okay, we're going to turn it over to Sky.
What's up, everybody? Today our question comes from Mike, and he's from Canton, Ohio, and he asks, how does the ancestors help us in time of need? But before we turn it over to Wisdom, we have a caller. Caller, you are on.
Sky, this is your grandmother. I am so proud of what's going on with you. I really didn't know about this, but I'm so glad to talk with you on the radio today. This is the radio, right?
Yes, it is, Grandma.
Well, I do want you to continue with what you are doing. You have really surprised me today. You really have, and I knew that you could do it.
All right.
So, and you are really doing great, okay? For the little bit that I've heard, today is the first time I heard you. But you really sound good, okay?
Okay, thanks, Grandma.
You're welcome, and you keep up the good work, and I love you, okay?
Love you too.
All right, and I'm going to hang right in there with you, all right?
Okay.
I'll be right by your side.
Okay. Thanks, Grandma. I love you too, but I'm at work, so I'll call you as soon as I get off. So back to Wisdom.
All right, everyone. I'm so excited to be here with you today, and our chat lines are open at aim.com under Emerald Mystery, so feel free. We have about 15-20 people in the chat room. I hope you can hear me clearly. I hope everything is good and our technology is right. And if you can hear us, give us a wave. Just give us a smiley face. Okay, how does the ancestors help us in time of need? Mike, when I have made the wrong decisions in the past, the ancestors in this perspective has been looked at as my conscious guide, my guiders and protectors. So when I'm doing something I'm not supposed to do, and I purposely know that I'm doing this, I get hit really, really hard because I know the right way. And my conscience is my guide. And my ancestors have been here and they've done certain things. I've been taught in the right way. I've tried to teach my children the same perspective that I've grown up in. So I would say that the ancestors walk with me in my time of need and they protect me. It's that little voice of reason in the back of my mind when it comes down to making a decision. So I purposely try not to hurt, harm, abuse or negate any of my negative formulas because I know I have the potential to be negative. So I always try to see what the outcome is. That is the primary focus of positive thinking and advancing in your thinking process. Sky?
Okay, Emerald Mystery Radio is about to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a few.
Slow down, come close and listen. It's been a long time since we gotten together like this, and I really miss you. Told you to talk to me, but it's easy for you, I see. For you to rush and get in a hurry, to be anxious and to worry.
and that was my grandma's favorite song. Wisdom, we have an email, and the email says, I recall a time in my life that the Spirit had to have me safe after escaping an accident that should have taken my life. I'm sure you have had some similar experiences where the Spirit walked with you, and can you please share? Wisdom?
Okay, I would have to say the ancestors have walked with me in an experience not near death, but however it was a very near-minded, losing my mind. It had me incarcerated for 41 days, and I didn't know who I was. I did not know who or what I believed in at that time. I was laced, and in the lacing, I lost all train of thought. I lost all of ability to understand conscious reality. I fought very hard those days, and during those times that I was incarcerated in my mind, I remember the Spirit, the ancestors were guiding me through people that were protecting me and taking care of me during this process. They were giving me inspiration, where I had negative and positive happening at both times. On one hand, I had people, administering medications that I could not fight to prevent myself from taking. Then I had people saying, but you're strong enough to outdo this mind over matter. That was very significant. So that was an example of how the ancestors have helped me in my personal walk. I will explain the story of the lacing. I did write my master's degree thesis on alternative recovery solutions, and that's available to anyone who would like to get a copy of it. Just give me a call, 330-788-5303, and my process of how I rose above the situations are in there. So we'll turn it over to Sky and see what she has to say.
I have not had any near-death experiences. How does the ancestors help us in time of need? When my mom, was away from me for those days, I really needed, my ancestors to come and help me and to aid and abet me at that time, because that was one of the most weakest times in my life, actually. So any negative energy could have came in and could have put chaos or stress on me in my life that could have led me to do something negative. In that time, when my mom wasn't there, my ancestors played the character of my mom. And in this time, I've seen my ancestors, how you can say, wow, that person just jumped a spirit? Well, in this time, I had seen my ancestors jump through people to come and abet me in the spiritual and the physical as well, because people were just like, oh, well, everything's gonna be okay, and they were like people that I never had seen before, people that were just coming out of nowhere. And that was one of the miracles that my ancestors blessed me with. That's one of the ways that they had helped me. In this time, I had got associated with Pocahontas. And in this movie, it really hit me where she said, "Eagle help my feet to fly." Because everybody knows, if you listen to past segments, that Horus is my protector. That really hit me. I was just like, wow, that's Horus. So if Pocahontas could summon Horus and Horus be there with her, then I could summon Horus to be here with me and in the bed me. That also awoken my consciousness level even more. Wisdom.
Yeah, that was a trying time for the whole entire family, and it was also a trying time when we lost our significant family members within months of each other. And one of the beautiful things was how my mom's friends came around me and I didn't even recognize who they were. My mom had her friends and they always, collaborated every day, but then it also got to show me and my family who my mom's true friends really were. I mean, my mom was a phenomenal businesswoman. She was a spiritual inspirationalist. She was also a first lady of a church, and she was very, very powerful in her conscious state. And that's one of the things that she always taught us, is to believe in yourself, because your blessings does not primarily come from heaven, it comes from within you. And these are things that we were blessed to have within her teaching. So we have a question, Sky.
Yes, we thank all our AIMsters and Facebookers and Twitters and Yahooers and Googlers for participating today. And we do have another question from AIM, and his name is Terry from Youngstown, Ohio. And he asks, what times do you feel the strongest and most capable? For me, I would say I feel the strongest when I know I can walk out my door and have my ancestors with me. Like, I walk outside and have a lion behind me, then a hawk above my head, then a tiger on the other side of me, and a cheetah on the... That's the time I feel most powerful. That's how high my confidence level can soar, is when I know that I go out knowing that I am the best that I can be. Yeah, wisdom.
For those who are following us on previous segments, you know that I am finalizing my education. And one of the things that I always pride myself on is that the educational system is not teaching me anything I don't already know. The educational system is doing nothing more. Every time I pass a test, every time I pass an essay or create an idea from my PhD program, I recognize that I am creating a unique and new idea. So that puts inspiration within me, and it blesses me. And I more or less thank my ancestors, because I have to pat myself on the back, because I know that I am being used. The information is being channeled to me, whether it's from the sun, whether it's from the energy of other people around me, the auras that they create around me. I am being protected by those energies, by those resources of power. So that's how I feel my most capable and my most strongest. You know, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And as your host, we really thank you for connecting with us. Thank you for this. This AIM is really a nice live program here. I really like it. And so now we're gonna get our final remarks from our producer, and she'll lead us out of here. And as your host, Ma'at Hotep, Sky,
I would like to leave this segment saying, don't buy into competition, keep uniquely moving up the creative ladder, and you will never be topped. Quoted by wisdom. Ma'at Hotep.
Credits go to Walt Disney for Pocahontas 1995, copyright Yolanda Adams. Be Still, copyright 2011. Hold On, copyright 2007. And Tupac Shakur, copyright 1996. Ma'at Hotep.